Hi everyone, my name is Bhupi Chand and we are presenting a short demo on three important cybersecurity tools, Acunetics, Metasploit and Splunk. The goal of our presentation is to show you why these tools matter, demonstrate how they work in real scenarios, and explain their strengths and weaknesses. These tools represent three critical areas of cybersecurity: web vulnerability scanning, penetration testing, and log analysis. So using them together can help organizations build a stronger security posture. And let's start with the first tool, Metasploit. Metasploit is one of the most widely used penetration testing frameworks in cybersecurity. It's open source and gives security professionals a safe way to test how their systems resist real-world attacks. It comes with a large library of exploits, payloads, and auxiliary modules. For example, if a server hasn't been patched, we can use Metasploit to simulate how an attacker might exploit that vulnerability and verify whether our security controls can stop it. The strength of Metasploit is its flexibility. It can integrate with tools like Nmap for scanning or with databases for automated testing. But it can be complex for beginners, and because it's so powerful, it has to be used ethically under proper permissions. In our demo, we'll quickly show how to launch Metasploit, pick an exploit module, and see targeted IP and run a simulated attack to demonstrate how penetration testing works in practice. And for the next part, we have Pratik to discuss Acunetics.
Hi everyone, I'm Pratik and I'll be discussing about the cybersecurity tool Acunetics and its overview and its importance. Today I'll discuss the brief overview of Acunetics, which is a vulnerability scanner. It's mainly used to identify security issues in websites and web applications. The importance of Acunetics is that it automates the detection of common dangerous vulnerabilities such as SQL injection, XSS, and other listed in the top 10 over OSF. It also generates detailed reports for developers, which makes fixing vulnerabilities easier. Overall, it reduces the time and effort required compared to manual testing. And then I will discuss about the strengths and weaknesses. Some of the key strengths of Equinetics are that it's fast, automated, and provides comprehensive coverage of web vulnerabilities. Also has a user-friendly dashboard and detailed reporting features. However, there are also weaknesses like the licensing can be expensive, and it also has limited support for non-web assets, meaning it's best suited only for web application testing. So in summary, Equinetics is a powerful tool for web vulnerability scanning, but it also comes with cost and scope limitations. Now I'd like to pass to my other teammate for the other description of other cybersecurity application.
My name is Apurva, and I'm going to talk about Splunk. Splunk is a security, information, and event management tool. It helps organizations by collecting and analyzing logs from servers, applications, and network devices. Centralize logs from multiple systems into one place enables the real-time threat monitoring to quickly detect suspicious activities. So I'm going to move to the next slide. So later on, I'm going to talk about strengths and the weaknesses. So the strength is powerful search and visualization. Security teams can quickly identify anomalies. Highly scalable, works well for small networks and very large enterprises. And intensive integrations can connect with the many third-party tools and add-ons, making it versatile. And the weaknesses, high enterprise cost, is expensive, especially for very large log volumes. Complicates requires skilled analysts to create optimized queries for big data sets. I'm gonna move to next slide. Santosh.
So, as per our research, we would like to recommend three tools for different purposes. First of all, we would like to recommend Equinetics for web and application security. Likewise, Metasploit for penetration testing and Splunk for log monitoring and threat detection. And overall, using these tools together cover a broad range of cybersecurity needs such as scanning, exploitation testing, penetration testing, and continuous monitoring as well. I'd like to move to the next slide. So, in conclusion, in this presentation, we showed Equinetics, Metasploit, and Splunk as three cybersecurity tools. Also, we analyzed their importance, strengths, and weaknesses, and we are gonna demonstrate the basics features of those tools as well.
All right, let's move to the demonstration of how um, how Metasploit generally works. First things first, let's see how it's installed. So installing it is pretty easy. You just update, wait, never mind. So that's the code and it's installed. So how you launch Metasploit is just by typing in this simple command. And what it does is it starts the interactive Metasploit console. And when it opens, you can see the ASCII art banner and the prompt like MSF6, which is this. Now you can go ahead and type in all of your Metasploit codes. I'll demonstrate a couple of them and explain what they do. Because it's hosted on a virtual machine, there's um, no chances of like hosting an actual attack against anything. So I'll just go over a couple of commands. So first we have search. This search command looks through Metasploit database for any module whose name or description contains whatever I type after it. So if I search for win, it will go over the database and look for anything that has WIN in it. Another command that I would like to demonstrate is port scanning with a built-in module. Since we have like no no network that's connected to this virtual machine, I'll just type in a random IP address. So what this does is it scans the device for any TCP ports that are vulnerable or open. And why it's useful is because it's one of the very first steps in penetration testing, and it lets you see if the targeted host has any open ports that can be exploited. And that's about it for the demonstration. Um, yeah, thank you very much for listening, and that's it. Bye bye.